All right, namaste everybody. Welcome to All Levels Yoga. In this class, you might want to have a strap, you may want to have a blanket or a beach towel to sit on. Blocks are helpful if you happen to have them. If not, a stack of books is perfect. So let's begin today with the hands in Kiana Mudra, the index and your thumb together. Sit up nice and tall. And just relax your shoulders away from your ears. Begin to take that half gaze or closing the eyes completely if you can. And start bringing your awareness inward. And just acknowledging the body and how it feels today. And again, just letting go of any expectations about your body and how it's maybe going to behave during the practice today. And just acknowledging where you are today. Notice the mind. And just begin to allow those thoughts, those to-do lists, to just drift out as easily as they come into the mind. And begin to just bring your awareness to the gentle rise and fall of the chest. Allowing positive energy to flow into the body on the inhale. And just exhaling anything that does not serve your body or your mind today. And just following the breath. If the mind wanders, don't worry. Just let it go. And see if you can find a place of stillness. Maybe thoughts or emotions arise, and you can just acknowledge that they're there. And just keep sinking into stillness. Finding that place where you don't have to fidget, you don't have to be anywhere, and you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is be. And in the quiet moments, set an intention or a dedication for your practice. Anything you'd like to offer up or anything you'd like to receive. And if nothing comes to mind, you can always just say a personal prayer or offer your practice to those who are suffering. We'll begin with some gentle head and neck circles, and it might be nice to slide the hands back along the thighs towards the hip bones so that you can really lengthen through the spine, and then just start by gently rolling the head one direction and the other. Relax your face and your jaw, your throat, and just noticing any tension in the body. Could even be in the ears, the space around the eye, the jaw. Good, and then coming up to a nice neutral spine, take the right hand down to the mat beside you, and you're going to reach the left arm up overhead. Let the bicep hug the ear. Try to press that left sitting bone down into the mat. Breathe deeply into the left side of the body. And as you breathe in, gently look up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, look down towards that right hand. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, look down. Good. Come all the way up and switch the left hand down. Right arm reaches overhead. And as you breathe in, looking up. Breathe out, look down. Breathe in, look up. And breathe out, look down. This time we're going to reach the arms all the way up. Nice long spine, ribs move away from your waist, and then drop your shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to extend the arms straight out. We'll take the right arm on top, bend the elbows, backs of the hands together or the palms touch. Okay, if it's too much on the shoulders, you can always cross the arms and just rest the hands on your shoulders. Now from here, this is our eagle arms. Try to drop the shoulders away from the ears. A couple of options for you here. You can press the hands away from the body, or you can always drop the elbows down towards the chest and then tilt the head and neck here. Really good way to open up the sides of the neck. Back up through to center. And then we'll extend the arms out in front. And this time the left arm will cross on top. Bend the elbows, backs of the hands or the palms together. Try to lift the elbows up and drop your shoulders away from the ears. And then from here, either pressing the hands forward or dropping the elbows down towards your chest. And move here with the head and neck, if it feels okay with the body. And release, gently let it go, and just give those shoulders a little roll here. And we'll come seated for our seated cat and cow. So the legs are going to be out in front, the knees are bent, and just take the hands behind your thighs. As you inhale, lift your chest, slightly lift your gaze, and then exhale, round the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. 2 more times, breathing in, lift your chest. And then exhale, round the spine. Last time, breathing in. And then exhale, round the spine. And this time we're going to come all the way down into the back. Hug the knees into the chest. And just rock here a little bit. You can make circles with the knees. Maybe roll your head from side to side. Just releasing any tension in the back of the body. Good, and then from here, bring the legs into chair legs. So the knees are out over the hips. And this time we're going to take the hands to the back of the head and release the fingers. And we'll work on our bicycle crunches. So you're going to extend the right leg long, right elbow to left knee. Good, and then switch. So keep going on your own. Now from here, you're going to draw the right elbow to the knee, and you're going to lift that right leg up, and then see if you can tap the heel to the mat. Up, and tap the heel to the mat. Up, and down. 2 more times. Good, and then switch. Hold here. Left leg comes up. See if you can drop the heel to the mat. Up. Drop the heel. Up. And if it's too hard, just leave that left leg extended and hold. 1 more time. Good. Let it go. Come back to the center. Just hug the knees into the chest. Rolling the head from side to side. And then from here, take the feet on the mat, hip width distance apart. See if you can graze the backs of the heels with the fingers, preparing for bridge pose. So as you exhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up off the mat. The back of the neck should be long, chin is tucked slightly into the chest. Now you can leave the hands right on the mat, or you can interlace the elbows underneath you and just roll the collarbones open. I meant to say interlace the fingers underneath you. Press into the feet, squeeze your bum, relax your belly. Good, and then gently let it go. Hugging the knees into the chest. And this time we'll take the hands to the backs of the thighs and just take a couple of rocks back and forth to rock yourself up to sitting. And as you come up, cross one ankle and find your way into tabletop pose on your hands and knees. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You can always pad the knees or curl the toes under if you like. Take a little pressure off the kneecaps. Spread your fingers wide. Press into the hands so you're pressing the earth away from you. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. Good. Now from here, you're going to curl the toes under. Lift the knees up slightly off the mat. Pulling the belly into the spine, pressing the earth away from you. Keep breathing. Good, and then dropping the knees to the mat. And then from here, we're going to come into plank. So extend the legs. If this is too hard, just come back with the knees in your tabletop. Press the earth again away from you. Extend through the crown of the head. Press the heels back. Okay, tuck the tailbone so you're not dumping any sort of pressure into the low back. Good, now same thing, we're going to drop the knees, just hovering above the mat. And keep breathing. Good, drop the knees. And let's take 3 rounds of cat and cow as you breathe in, lift the chest, lift the gaze, drop your belly down. And then exhaling, round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. 2 more rounds, stretching it out, relax your face, exhale, round it out. Last time, breathing in, and then exhale, round the spine. Good, from here, come into a nice neutral spine, making your way into the gate pose. So the right hand will come underneath your face, spin the right shin parallel to the front, left arm reaches up. Now try to flex the left foot and press the pinky edge of the foot into the mat. Lift the left arm up and press it back. Good, now from here, you're gonna press into that right shin, lift the upper body, and bring the left hand to the thigh, reach the right arm up overhead. If you wanna work the core a little bit, you can slide the left arm out to the side, like you're holding a basketball out to the left side of your body. Good, and then we'll drop the left hand down, right arm reaches down, left arm overhead. Again, if you want to work the core, right arm lifts up. And back up through the center. Bring the hands to prayer, and just drop the hands to the mat, and walking back to tabletop pose. Again, shift the hips from side to side, realign the joints. Second side, the left hand comes underneath the face, spin the left shin parallel, coming into that gate pose. Right arm reaches overhead, try to press that right pinky edge of your foot to the mat. Reach the right arm up and press it back. Good, from here, press hard into that left shin. Come all the way up, right hand to the thigh, left arm reaches overhead, bicep hugs the ear, and again, breathe deeply into the left side of the ribs. If you like, you can reach the right arm out to the side. And then coming up. Dropping the left hand down, right arm reaches overhead. And you can stay here or left arm up. Reach both hands up. Bring the hands to prayer. Come down to the mat. Come back through the table. Again, shift the hips. Now from here, walk the hands forward slightly. Spread your fingers wide, curl the toes under, and find the first downward facing dog. So lifting the hips. And just move here a little bit, bend one knee, then the other. Shake out your head for yes. Shaking out your head for no. If you like, you can take a big deep breath in through the nose. And a big exhale out the mouth. Eventually, we'll begin to just take some stillness in the pose as you drop the heels down towards the mat. Pressing equally in the hands, pulling the belly into the spine, pressing your tailbone back. And just finding some length in the back of the body. Easy breath in.
Easy breath out. And then just begin to walk the feet up to meet your hands at the front of the mat for Uttanasana, the forward fold. Bending your knees, chest and belly on the thighs. Let your head hang heavy. And we'll interlace the elbows in front of the body. And just move here a little bit. Release any tension in the face and the jaw. And then you're going to switch the grip on the elbows. Just a slight, subtle shift in the shoulders here. And then releasing the hands and just come rounding all the way up, vertebra to vertebra. All the way up to standing, just giving those shoulders a little roll. Bring the hands to prayer, tuck your tailbone. Lengthen through the spine. Now squeeze those shoulder blades together and then slide them back and down. As you inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Lift in the chest. And then take the right hand to the thigh, left arm reaches overhead. Let the bicep hug the ear, breathing in. Try to press the left foot to the mat. Maybe that right arm slides out to the side again, working the core. And back through to center. To the other side, left hand drops down, right arm reaches overhead, bicep hugs the ear. Stay here, sweep the left arm out and up. Good, take the hands to the low back. Interlace the fingers, lift the chest, arch the back. Try to squeeze the hands together. Squeeze the glutes to protect the low back. And then as you exhale, leave the hands and fold forward, bending the knees. Let the arms come overhead. And just move here a little bit. Release your head, release your neck. And then taking the hands to the mat, you're going to step the right foot back and lower the back knee for low lunge. Try to press the right sole of the right thigh bone down to the mat. Now the knee can come forward at the ankle on the left side if the heel is on the mat. Otherwise you can use your blocks or bring the joints in alignment with one another. So again, try to press that right thigh bone down. Extend through the crown of the head, slightly lift your gaze and relax your throat. Think about relaxing the space around your eyes. And then step back to plank pose. Press through your heels, extend through the crown of the head, big breath in. Exhaling knees, chest, chin. Use your triceps to lower down. Hug the elbows to the ribs. And then slide onto the belly, pressing your heels together for baby cobra pose. Slight lift here, pull the elbows in, scoop the chest forward. And then exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest. Now pull the belly into the spine, keep the hips lifted, and step the right foot forward. Lower your back knee for low lunge, same thing. Knee can come forward at the ankle as long as the heel's on the mat. That will protect your knee. And then press the left thigh bone down, extend through the crown of the head. And then exhale, step forward, Uttanasana, bending your knees. And this time we're going to take the hands to the backs of the legs. So the hands can come to the heels, or you can interlace the elbows behind the body and just slide the arms down the legs. Press the chest and belly onto the thighs, and then lift the tailbone up. And releasing the hands, bending your knees. This time arms come forward, up and back, lift the chest. And then exhale, hands to prayer. And we'll do one more sun salutation with the breath. So we'll move a little faster now. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, right foot back, lower the back knee. Exhale, step it back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, pull the elbows in. Onto the belly, cobra pose, heels together as you inhale. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot front, lower the back knee, low lunge. And then exhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, up and back. And then exhaling, hands to prayer. Now just immediately close your eyes, go back inside. Follow the breath. Good. Inhale again, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up halfway, so straight legs, gaze forwards, hands can be on the shins if you need to. And then exhale, bending the knees, folding inward. You can step or even hop back to plank pose. And then we'll come either into knees, chest, and chin, or shifting forward and pulling the elbows in for chaturanga. Sliding onto the belly, up dog, or even a cobra. And then we'll exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg up, down dog split, seeing the left heel, pressing equally into your hands. And then bend that right knee, open up through the hip, maybe circle your foot and your ankle. Straighten the right leg, seeing the left heel. Now we're gonna come forward, modify plank, knee to the nose, pull it in, round the spine, touch the knee towards your nose, and press the earth away from you. And then step the right foot in between your hands, lower the back knee, uncurl the back toe. We're gonna bring the hands to the thigh again, pressing the knee away from you as you lift the chest. Good, and then taking the upright twist. As the right hand comes to the low back or the outer thigh, the left hand comes to the outer knee, thigh here, and you're gonna sink the hips, gaze out over the right shoulder. If you'd like to exalt the pose, you're gonna lift the left arm up. Breathe. Good, take the hands on either side of the foot, curl the back toe, and come up to standing splits. Okay? Now hands can be on the blocks or your fingertips or just the floor in front of you, and you're just gonna move here a little bit. Lower the left leg down, lift it up. Relax your head, relax your neck. Good, and then you're gonna bend the right knee, step the left foot back, and then we're gonna meet in plank pose. Inhale. Good, chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Up dog or cobra. Exhale it back, downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest. Left leg will float up this time, down dog split, sink the right heel. Bending that left knee, open up through the hips, circle the foot, circle your ankle. Straighten the left leg, press into your hands, sink the left heel. And then come forward, modify plank, knee to the nose. Pressing the earth away from you, come high up onto the ball of the right foot. And then step the left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee. Uncurl the back toe, coming up, bring the hands to the thigh, pressing that knee away from you as you lift the chest. And then moving into the twist, right hand comes to the outer left thigh, left hand comes to that hip crease, low back, just seeing the hips. And then take the hands to the mat, curl the back toe, standing splits, right leg lifts. And just move here, lowering the leg, stretching behind the back of the knee, lifting it, stretching into the glute muscle. Good, and then bend the left knee, step back, and then we'll all meet in plank. Take a big inhale in plank. This time, press it back, downward facing dog. Let's all take a big deep breath in through the nose. Hold at the top. And then open the mouth and exhale. Good, from here, right leg up. Press into the hands, sink the left heel. Come forward again, knee to the nose. Pull it in, round the spine. Stay here, this time tap the shin to the mat and press it back up. Sweep the right leg up. And then stepping the right foot in between your hands. Spin the back heel, come into warrior one. Sweep the arms up. Good, easy breath in. Easy breath out. So we want to try to square our torso and our shoulders to the front of your mat. Notice whether you're gripping in your toes. Maybe the shoulders are creeping up towards the ears. Slide the shoulders away from your ears. Good, and then from here, we're going to extend the arms out front. And this time, the right arm is going to come underneath, so the left arm will be on top, taking those eagle arms as you lift the chest. Exhaling into the variation of humble warrior. Maybe the forearms drop to the mat. If not, we're just going to sink the hips, release your head, release your neck, and keep breathing. Good. From here, you're going to stabilize the pelvis, press the feet into the mat, lift the upper body, keep a nice deep bend in the knee. Now keeping the arms, you're going to come forward on that right foot for balancing stick. So see if you can get the body parallel to the mat. Again, shoulders away from the ears, reach through the left toes, extend through the crown of the head. And then releasing the hands to the mat or the blocks, standing splits. Catch your breath, just move here a little bit. Good, now from here we'll work the core as you bring the left knee into the nose, pull it in, extend it back out. 2 more times, pull the knee in, extend. Last time, pull the knee in, hold here, bend that right knee. Okay, you're gonna hug the left heel towards your bum. Stay on the left fingertips or the palm and reach the right arm up for the twist. Good, right hand down, standing splits, left leg lifts. Bend that right knee, step back. Plant the back heel and spin up for warrior two. Gaze out at the right hand. Let everything soften, let everything settle. Shoulders back and down. Tuck the tailbone so that you can really sink the hips here. Good, let's work on our pumping warrior. So you're gonna straighten the front leg, reach the hands up to touch. Coming back through to warrior two. 2 more, up. Down, up, and warrior two. Good, from here, keep the arms extended, straighten the front leg, reach the right arm forward, and take the right hand to the shin or maybe the block to the inner foot. Left arm revolves up for the triangle pose, Trikonasana. Okay, so imagine that the shoulders are stacked. The left hip becomes stacked over the right. So take a slight tuck in the tailbone here. Press into the feet, squeezing the thighs inward. Extend through the crown of the head. So notice that that right ear is trying to dip down towards the shoulder. Keep pressing that left hip bone back. And then exhaling, folding over the right leg. Now maybe you walk the back foot in an inch or so that you can really square the hips to the front of the mat. Hands can be on the mat or the shins or your blocks. And you're just gonna fold here. Keep trying to press that right hip back and down. Good, now you can stay right here or making your way into a revolved triangle so the left hand will stay on the mat or your block. Right arm reaches up. Now most likely that right hip bone is going to want to inch forward. Try to press it back and down. Extend through the crown of the head. And then exhaling, folding over the right leg. Bend that front knee, step it back to plank. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, sit back for child's pose, stretch it out. The arms can be extended or down by your sides, palms up. Maybe roll the head from side to side. And if the mind is wandering, maybe come back to your intention. Try to let go of any expectations of what might happen for the rest of the class and just allow yourself to be here. Good. And then from here, we're going to come up for tabletop and make our way into dolphin pose. So you're going to bring one forearm down and then the other. Make sure the arms are about elbow width distance apart. Spread the fingers wide, let the thumbs touch here. Curl the toes under and lift the hips. Now, you maybe want to walk the feet in slightly so that you can really press into the forearms and sink the heels. Okay, release your head and your neck. And you can hang out here, maybe work on your dolphin push-ups as you draw the nose to the thumbs and back up. Those of you who have a more advanced practice, maybe want to work on Panchamayurasana, the floor balance as you come up. Let's see if I can get up. Here we go. Okay. And then we'll make our way back down as we lower the knees, sitting back for the child's pose. Again, arms extended or down by your sides. And just let everything soften and settle. Good. Now see if you can brush your nose along the mat and slide all the way down into the belly. Bring the chin on the mat and the hands down by your sides, palms up. And as we exhale, you're going to lift everything up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, slide those fingertips down towards your heels. Notice when your toes are going to want to splay out, right? See if you can bring the big toes closer together. Extend through the crown of the head, let the back of the neck be long. Take one big breath in, and then exhale, release. Rest one cheek on the mat. Good, now chin on the mat. This time we're going to take the hands to the low back and release the fingers. Press the knuckles towards your heels, right? So make the pose active by squeezing the hands together. Exhaling, lift everything up. Again, let the back of the neck be long. You don't want to crank the chin back so you're causing stress in the back of the neck. Keep breathing. And then release. Rest the head to one side or the opposite side and just bring the hands down by your sides. Release your head, any tension in the low back. And then we're going to press it back to child's pose. This time, widen the knees, bring the big toe mounts together. Drop the bum down towards your heels and just melt the chest in between the thighs. And then finding downward facing dog, lift the hips, sink the heels. Good, this time we're going to let the left leg drift up, down dog splits. Bringing the knee into the nose, pull it in around the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. And you can stay here if you want to make it harder. Drop the left shin down and press it back up. Sweep the left leg up. And then we're going to step the left foot in between your hands, spinning the back heel for warrior one. Sweep the arms up. Again, just soften the breath. Shoulders back and down. Square the torso to the front of the mat. Notice when you're rolling to the inside arch of that left foot, try to press the pinky edge of your foot down. Good, bring the arms out in front of you. And this time the right arm will be on top. Left arm comes underneath for those eagle arms. Remember, you can always take the modification with the hands on the shoulders. Try to lift the arms up, arching the back. And then exhaling into that humble warrior. Sink the hips. and keep breathing. Okay, notice if the mind is wandering. Try not to let any kind of negativity creep into the pose. Good, now press into the feet, lift the arms all the way up, keep the bend in the knee, lift the chest. And then stepping forward for that balancing stick, balancing on that left foot. And then maybe you come with the body parallel to the mat. Maybe you don't. Just allow yourself to be okay with that. Finding a focal point on the floor where you can concentrate. And then release the hands into standing splits, right leg lifts. And just move here a little bit. Good, and then we're gonna work the core as we bring the right knee into the chest, try to touch the nose to the knee, and sweep it back up. 2 more times, bring it in, and back up. Bring the knee into the nose. This time we're gonna hold, and then you're gonna bend that left knee. Now really try to draw the heel towards the bum, gaze forward. Right hand on the mat, left arm sweeps up. Kundalini twist. And then take that left hand down, sweep the right leg up, and then you're gonna bend that left knee, step it back. Warrior 2 as you windmill the arms up. Shoulders back and down, let the collarbones roll open, sink the hips and breathe. Good, pumping warriors as we straighten the front leg, let the palms touch, bring it back, warrior 2. 2 more, up. Warrior 2. 1 more, up. And back to Virabhadrasana 2. Good, now from here, straighten that front leg. Left arm reaches way forward. Hand comes to the shin or the block to the inner foot. Right arm reaches up. Extend through the crown of the head. Try to squeeze the thighs inward. Imagine pressing that right hip bone to the back of the mat so that the side body here is long. And then exhaling, folding over that left leg. Maybe walk the back foot in an inch or so. Square the hip. Notice whether one shoulder is dipping up. So you want to make sure that the shoulders are square to the mat. Try to start pressing that left hip bone back and down. And then from here, leave the right hand down if you like. You can stay in that forward fold or revolve the left arm up for the Trikonasana, Parvriti Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Pressing that left hip back and down, breathing in. And then exhaling, folding over the left leg. Bend the front knee, step back to plank. And let's either flow through or find that downward facing dog, wherever you are in your practice today. Sink the heels, sink the chest. Good. And then from here, we're going to let the right leg come up. Step the right foot in between the hands and lower the back knee. Sink that left thigh bone down. Uncurl the back toe. Bring the hands to the inner foot. Now turn the toes out and walk your foot to the edge of the mat. Now you can stay right here on the palms, or you can come on one forearm or both, releasing your head and your neck. More advanced, if you like, you can roll to the outer edge of your foot, the right foot, and press the knee away from you if the knee is healthy. And just make sure to release your face and your jaw. And then coming up onto the hands, and we're going to heel toe the foot to the left, and you're going to slide your way into
pigeon on the right, okay? So you want to see if you can square the hips to the mat. And that may mean that you bring a block or a blanket underneath that right hip. Or you can even come into the reverse pigeon on your back with the right leg crossed over, okay? So whatever variation is right for you today. You're gonna lift the chest, try to press that left hip flexor down to the mat, and then exhale, folding into your pigeon. Maybe that means forearms on the mat, maybe you stack your forearms, you have the arms extended. Wherever you are in your practice today, whatever feels right for your body. And just closing the eyes. And just go back to that intention. And then lifting the upper body. Stack the wrists underneath the shoulders. Curl the back toe. Let's step it back, downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest. And this time we'll lift the left leg up. Down dog splits. Step the left foot in between your hands. Lower the back knee for the lunge. Good. Uncurl the back toe. Bring both hands to the inner foot. Turning the toes out. Walk your foot to the edge of the mat. And again, stay right here on the palms or come down on one forearm or even both. Release your head and your neck. More advanced, you roll to the outer edge of the foot, pressing the knee away from you. And then coming up onto the palms, and we'll heel toe the foot to the right for pigeon, or flip it over onto your back for the reverse pigeon. Okay. Now again, just setting up, squaring the hips, using any props necessary. And then you're gonna lift the chest, really try to press that right thigh bone down. And then exhaling, coming forward into whatever your pigeon is for about a minute. Just going back to the breath. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Lifting the upper body, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Well, knees are not underneath your hips, excuse me. Wrists underneath the shoulders, curl the back toes, step back, downward facing dog. Sink the heels, sink the chest. And then let's lower the knees, roll into one hip and come sitting up. Okay, so now we're gonna work on a little bit more work in the hips, maybe making our way into compass pose, which is an advanced variation. So again, we're gonna just start slow and move into the progression. So you wanna see if you can rest the right foot in the crook of the left elbow. And maybe you end up having to just rest it in your hands, and that's okay, right? Try to sit up really tall, try to take the roundness out of the spine, and keep pulling the chest or the shin in towards your chest. Maybe begin to move here a little bit, lifting the leg up, down, shift side to side. So this is a great way just to land and stay here, stretching out your hips. If you want to try to make your way into compass pose, you're going to take that right shoulder underneath the right thigh, right? And take the right hand on the mat. Now, take the left hand to the outer edge of your foot and see if you can lift or extend that right leg long, and then gaze out underneath the left shoulder. And then gently release. Maybe just release your head a little bit. Sometimes that can cause some tension in the back of the neck. And then we'll move to the second side. So bring the right foot in, and this time you're gonna take the left foot to the inner crook of your right elbow, maybe into your hands, lengthen through the spine. And just move here, whatever feels right for your body. Now might mean just shifting from side to side, lifting the foot, lowering, and keep hugging the shin into the chest. Good, and if you're making your way into compass pose, you're gonna loop the left shoulder underneath. Left hand comes down, right hand comes to the outer edge of your foot, and you're gonna try to extend the leg. Try to bring the right arm behind your ear. And then gently release. Good, and from here, a well-deserved back stretch as you extend the arm or legs, bending your knees, and then from here, hinge forward at the waist. Let the chest and belly rest on your thighs, and just round your head and neck. Hands can be down by your sides. You can take the outer edges of your feet. You can loop a strap around the feet. And just fold in, just feeling the stretch from the tip of the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head. And then gently release. And we'll leave the legs long. And this time we'll bring the right sole of the foot to the inner thigh, Janu Shirshasana. Now you can always sit on a blanket, you can take a block or a blanket underneath that right knee. More advanced, you can take that right foot and take it into half lotus in that hip crease here on the left. Now if the right knee is really popping up off the mat, just bring it to the inner thigh, excuse me, my cues are off today. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhaling, folding forward here. Again, hinging forward at the waist. Using your breath as you lengthen on the inhale, and then exhaling, letting go. And just use your breath. And just release the pose. Walk the upper body back up. And then extend the right leg long. Left sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh, or maybe you take that half lotus if that's in your practice today. Square the shoulders and the hips, lengthen. And then exhaling, folding over the right leg. And gently release, coming all the way up. And extend both legs. Maybe give the knees a little massage. So next pose, you have a choice of bridge pose. Restorative bridge is excellent to release any tension in the low back, or a shoulder stand. So I'll show you both. For shoulder stand, you're gonna roll back and lift the legs. Now just don't twist the neck from side to side. Hands are at the back. Your knees can be bent at first, that's fine. Eventually the legs will straight and the hands will walk down towards the mat. Okay, so that's your shoulder stand. If you want to take the restorative bridge, bring the feet on the mat again, hip width distance apart, and lift your hips back up for bridge pose. Now, take a block underneath the sacrum and just let the low back release. And the block could be at any height. Again, just don't twist the neck from side to side. Good. Now if you're in your bridge pose, you can just stay right there, hug your knees into the chest, even if the block is underneath the sacrum. It's a great way to massage the low back. If you're in your shoulder stand, we'll make our way into Halasana, the plow pose. So the feet come down towards the mat behind you. Hands can be on the back or on the mat, palms up or down. You can even bend the knees in towards the forehead if this is too taxing on the low back. If you need more of a shoulder opener, you can roll the collarbones open and interlace the hands on the mat or interlace your fingers. Just come rounding out vertebra by vertebra, letting the bum touch, and just hugging the knees into the chest. Roll your head from side to side, releasing any tension in the back of the body. Let's take Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together and just let the knees roll out to either side. So again, if this is uncomfortable, you can always take a blanket, wrap it around the shins, and take the blanket underneath the thighs, or a couple of blocks or books are just fine here. So you just want to make sure that the low back is not popping up off your mat. Now you can take one hand onto the heart, one hand onto the belly, or if you like, you can bring the arms into the mudra of compassion with the elbows bent, palms up. Just close your eyes. Let the diaphragm soften. And just notice the space around your heart. Again, just letting go of any tension there. Anything you might be holding on to in the space around the heart. Maybe you just acknowledge that it's there. Maybe with each exhale you let go a little bit. Just allow yourself to create space there. And then drawing the knees together. Hug the knees into the chest. From here, drop the left foot down, cross the right over so that the knees are stacked. Now if you like, you can loop that right foot underneath that left calf for the eagle legs this time. Extend the arms, and then you're going to drop the knees to the left, gaze to the right. And then drawing the knees back through to center. Unwind, bring the left leg on top. You can loop that foot underneath the calf if you like. And then draw the knees to the right, gaze to the left.
Come back through to center and hug both knees into the chest. Make circles with the knees, massaging the low back. If you like the happy baby, you can reach out to the outer edges of the feet or maybe even the shins. Just pull the knees down towards your ribs. And just hug the knees into the chest one more time. And finding your Shavasana, so coming all the way onto the back. Now, if you want to come back to that Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet together, that's fine. Or you can extend the legs, let the toes roll out from the body, and just bring the hands down by your side, palms up. Closing your eyes. Finding that place where you don't have to fidget. And again, just acknowledging any thoughts or emotions that came up in your practice today. Just letting go, just cutting all of the ties to your physical practice. Just allowing yourself to rest, grateful for each and every breath. Slowly begin to find your body, connecting your body and your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. If you like, you can take a nice stretch overhead, maybe interlacing the fingers, flip-flopping the palms, stretching all the way through the ribs. And roll into your favorite side for a breath or two. Pressing yourself up to seated, continuing to close the eyes. And we'll bring the hands back onto the knees with the index and the thumb together, palms up or palms down. Peace be with you, even in uncertainty and change. The peace that enters with each breath also descends from all directions. The east brings hope, the west opens up the door for dreams. The north and south will reveal their secrets in due time. The mountains and the solid ground beneath your feet both offer peace. The whispered voice of truth refuses to believe in any reality that isn't rooted in peace of mind and heart. Peace be with you in doing and in rest, now and always. Amen. Bring the hands to the heart center. May we be receptive to the divine light that rests in each and every one of us each and every day. Thank
thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Om Shanti, which means peace to all beings, and Namaste.